Voices Radio.
Voices Radio. Voices as a radio.
Voices
Radio.
Radio.
Little girl goes out tonight with big boyfriend. She's high in life, she says, I hope this never ends, but it does. She needs to pick me up, her boyfriend says, have some of this. She knows it's bad, but takes the risk as she starts to have a sniff. She runs back home, a crying fit. Her boyfriend says, I didn't do it. Her dad goes mad and knocks him out. Don't fuck with daddy's little girl. Snorting the cocaine with her friends, eyes kites up in her brain. Daddy knows. He asks her what she's done. She says nothing's going on. She says she's fine, she did a line, but she don't plan to carry on. He says, okay, if that's the truth, you guarantee to me that you and Bass will never meet face to face anymore. But then he finds her in the bathroom on the floor with a mirror and her face in the eBay. One more time is all it takes, the hooky line. You sniff it hard, you say you're fine, but you're not. You can't stop that numbing taste, and when you die, they'll find a trace. Looking down, they'll see your face in the debate. Little girl is big girl now, but now she's hooked. A ruined life, a bit of blow was all it took. Very nice. She starts to steal from that, cause she needs it more and more. The doctors try and help, the rehab bill makes daddy very poor. She runs from home but needs some cash, so she takes it up the ass on the game like a horse. She has shamed the family name. Up to, she's flushed her life down the loo. No help, she's on her own, and daddy leaves her all alone. No friends, the family's gone. She says, God, what have I done? God says the simple truth. You put your face in the erase. One more time is all it takes, the hooky line. You sniff it hard, you say you're fine, but you're not. You can't stop that numbing taste, and when you die, they'll find a trace. Looking down, they'll see your face in the erase. One more time is all it takes, the hooky line. You sniff it hard, you say you're fine, but you're not. You can't stop that numbing taste, and when they find you, they'll find a trace. Looking down, they'll see your face.
Hello and welcome to the freshly rebranded Visionary Voices, my first episode of the newly branded show. My guest, Mr. Mark Hole. How are you doing, sir?
I am very well, thank you. Very well.
It's a pleasure to have you in the studio. That was
Thanks for having me.
Dirty Bass. So to just go straight back from the start, I suppose. If you're searching right now, having heard that record, searching Mark Hole on Spotify or Apple Music, don't bother, because Mark himself has rebranded himself over the years, and Mark Hole, I don't believe, is currently on Apple Music or Spotify, is it? So what's the rebranding?
Well, yes, I released some music in the past as Mark Hole, which is now sort of doesn't exist, and I've rebranded as the Whole of Mark.
The Whole of Mark, and you were, and there have been other things along the way. You think you were Keyhole for a moment. Was it Mark filling the hole? Or
That was it. Lots of different,
of little plays and words.
Yeah, Keyhole, but now it is the Whole of
The
Mark.
Whole of Mark. There we go. Get that camera. Yeah.
So
nice.
that is.
Nice. Get that. Get that there.
Let's get it.
Right
Let's
there.
get it. Come on. So that's my logo there, and the Whole of Mark with a HOLE, because that's my surname. So, and I sing out my mouth, and sometimes talk out my arse.
It works on so many levels. You may have noticed that this is it is night time now, so it's a slightly more less as an R-rated version of the show, so especially with the themes of that song. As I said, so that's not the original version though, is it? That's a brand new version you just recorded.
Yeah, that's right. That was the now version. So I've released the old version, the then version, we call it.
Yeah.
So there is every month I'm releasing a then and now best of.
I think I'd like to come back to that. So, but to sort of start off from the very beginning, because it's a very nice place to start.
Sure.
So yeah, the original record, Dirty Bass, was on your album F Sharp.
Correct.
But that wasn't the first thing you did either, was it?
No.
Before that, you were in a band.
I was, yeah. I was in a band.
A band called The Seed.
That is right. The Seed. SEED.
That was sort of the first thing that people sort of got to know you for. Tell us a bit more about that.
Much like a lot of students at school, you meet a bunch of friends, and one of you can play drums, one of you can play the bass, and I could sing and perform because I couldn't really play any instruments. And we didn't have a guitarist, but I knew a guitarist in Chiswick, and it just so happened that he was going out with Tertius, Bob, the bass player's ex-girlfriend. Right. But somehow I managed to convince Bob and Sam to be in a band together.
That sounds like a really, really strong foundation for a band.
Yeah. I mean, we lasted longer than the Beatles, if you just count the years that they recorded.
Is that right?
Well, I think the Beatles were together for like 10 years, but actually they only recorded and released music for 4.5.
Fair enough. Okay. We'll count that as a plus then. Great. Okay. So, we just wanted to mention The Sea, just to sort of give people an idea of sort of where you come from. But then, yeah, they released this album in 2008, F Sharp.
Yeah. So after The Seed broke up, I sort of was doing my own thing, and I'd written Dirty Bass, and then just sort of thought, okay, I'm going to try and do it by myself.
Yeah, and I think something that people may not know about you is that your dad and your family. You've got your family, or sort of a very strong foundation in the music industry. Your dad was chairman of Universal Records. And so I think a question that people ask is, with the music that you've released, it's very sort of out there. It's a little bit more eclectic than maybe you might necessarily have expected from you. I think it's quite courageous to have taken that step, gone in that direction, rather than it very easily could have been a sort of pop star, having people writing for them if you'd so chosen to ask for support in that way, I suppose.
Well, my father, Max Hole, CEO of Universal, or was once.
That's CBE, isn't he? Or is he OBE?
He is a CBE as well, yes. He's done very, very well for himself. But I think from the age of 8 years old, he knew that he had to do it by himself. What's that saying? Like bad times create strong men, and like strong men create good times, and then good times create weak men.
Right.
And then so the cycle of life. Do you know that sort of that saying?
I don't know the exact wording, but I think we can all
Basically,
understand
my dad, from 8 years old, just knew his father died, I think, when he was 8 or something, and they didn't have any money, and his brother was a bit troubled, just he just from the age of 8 he knew that he's got to work twice as hard as anyone else, and that's
and
great.
so he came from sort of that to being the very sort of top of his profession.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think I'd like to sort of really sort of put it out there and sort of say how strongly you are not sort of a nepotistic musician. You had that connection there, but you completely chose to go the other direction and do your own thing, which I think is really interesting.
Well, that's the way he raised me, I guess, was just he's always helped me, but I guess I never wanted to ask, press the button or anything, and nor did I ever feel like that was an option really from his point. He kind of just thought, do it yourself kind of thing.
Good. I want to play another track now.
Yes.
This is another. So this is actually a new one. This is not on any of your released records, right? Well, tell me about this a little bit about this track.
This song,
Show Your Heart.
Yeah, Show Your Heart was a song that was originally called The Anniversary that I never released as Mark Hole. Mm-hmm. And then I just sort of decided to sort of develop the song with my now producer, Tim.
Yeah.
And I just sort of kept on writing it and kept on asking myself, the second verse is rubbish, so write a new second verse. Oh, it doesn't really have a chorus, so write a chorus. And we've now done, I think we did like 24, maybe even like 30 different versions now. We're still changing it to this day. It's going to be released in a year's time.
A year's time?
Yeah.
Why a year's time?
Because we're releasing, we've scheduled the 12 tracks to release before. Oh no, the Show Your Heart is the 12th track. Once a month, we've released one. The second one is coming out on the 11th of February, My Friend.
All right, okay.
And the 12th track, this is it. It's the 13th track. In January, we've decided to release Show Your Heart.
Gotcha.
It's all just like kind of up, just changing day by day. And we're still
it's
literally
all up in the air. Well,
yeah.
let's get that on and see if people have listened to it.
Yeah, this version is very much like, I don't know, like version 25 or something.
Let's have a drink in honor of our love. I really need it, come on, don't look so surprised. Don't look at me with teary eyes. It's not the first I've seen you cry. Was my little damsel in disguise. Oh, it's a funny life for me and you. Side by side we scream. Won't you step inside if I open wide, like a heart that's never fallen to the broken parts of life. And I know, show your heart, show your feelings, show your face to everyone. Show them that you are not afraid of the dark, finding light in your heart. I'll show you, I'll show my heart. I'll rip it apart and I'll give it all to you. Photograph me in this moment. You have never seen me other than in black and white. Come on girl, I am your fella. Kissing you's like kissing color. So where's the fun without the fight? Oh, it's a funny life for me and you. Side by side we scream. Won't you step inside if I open wide, if I open wide, if I open wide, like a heart that's never fallen to the broken parts of life. And I know, show your heart, show your heart, show your heart, show your feelings, show your face to every face, to every face, to everyone. Show them that you are not afraid.
Okay, so our mic's back on. Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
asked me to sort of fade out there. Do you want to sort of. I mean, I was just saying that
Well-
I've heard that song live a couple of times now, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Well, that version was the last version that we showed online. So that you can hear that now on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
In Demo Hole, which is just a little playlist of
Demo
like
Hole.
of songs, and on my Instagram somewhere. But yeah, that was the last one that we showed, and now we've kind of like. We were bored of like showing all these new versions, and as it starts to develop and get nearly close to the finished thing, we don't want to show it until it's done. And it was a bit long, so we've kind of made a big edit that's around that point.
I think you can certainly do like an extended like 12-inch edit there with that track.
Yeah, well, I mean, the version, if I'd let it continue to play, it would have gone on right up to like it says it's got another minute and 10 seconds or something, and yeah, it was just a bit too long. And so that's the whole point of what we're doing is we're kind of just going over and over and over the track to try and just get it the best that it can be.
Yeah. And where did this sort of inspiration for "Show Your Heart" come from? What's the sort of with the lyricism and everything? Where did this come from?
Well, the song, the original name of the song, "The Anniversary," was a song about just when you get to that anniversary, often arguments strike out on that day where you're meant to celebrate your love.
Right.
And I always find it funny how when you get angry with someone you love, you kind of don't show your heart. You kind of essentially mask your heart and sort of like you start like attacking. And really, in order to calm your passion inside you, you need to kind of essentially show your heart and just concentrate on the love. So
Absolutely.
it's about that kind of friction between couples that I certainly have. I don't know about
And you
guys.
mentioned something to me about it, so because we were talking about playing a C song instead, but you said you wanted to play that one because of something relevance to that.
Well, yeah. Me and my ADD brain and trying to organise all the tracks together for today was very taxing indeed. And
yes, I can second that. Yeah, it was taxing.
I was literally calling Ben a couple of hours ago, screaming at him, going, "Please help me! Please! I don't know what to do!" That was a kind of me cussing out my swear words just then.
Thank you for self-censoring, so I
Yes,
do it in post.
yes, I try and just try and keep it PC.
Yeah, like the first track was very, very
Originally,
work.
you wanted me to bring a seed track.
I did.
The seed track is on a hard drive that for some reason I couldn't get it to sort of pop up on my desktop.
So it's a black hole.
Yeah, it's so potentially I've lost it completely forever, but I hope that's not the case. And I'm just completely how shall I say this? Stupid.
Did you try turning the power on? Didn't you?
Yes, I tried everything. I definitely was doing.
I mean,
the
it
right thing.
sounds like a silly question, but I've done it before. I'm thinking, so why is this thing not working? Oh, like the speakers earlier. They're not.
Honestly, I'm a bit worried. But instead, as a solution, when I realised that I couldn't get the seed track, I thought, well, this song, "Show Your Heart," it's part of the whole of Mark journey, and actually, like the whole point of the sound that we chose for this track, which you can hear is like very kind of, it sounds kind of like a live band thing, like sort of going down the disco funk route, which is very much kind of what the seed was. We were a funk rock reggae band doing a bit of everything, and that was when I had the most fun performing. And being Mark Hole on piano, I've not really been able to kind of perform and actually get out there in the front of the stage.
I mean, recently I've seen you play a few times, lots of times, but recently I think you've been having those fun that I've seen you've been having. Certainly for a long time, it seems like.
That's it. And why do we go to gigs? I mean, I write a lot of serious, hot, or just dark songs or serious songs, and I kind of feel that what's the point of? I want people to come and enjoy themselves at my show. I think is the point. Yeah.
For a while there, you were wearing a different onesie at every show, and
I still do that.
And you came for Halloween, and where was the onesie? I was expecting at least like a pumpkin or something. I was very disappointed.
I came to Halloween.
You played on Halloween.
I played.
You played on the
Halloween.
31st of October.
Oh, I did. I
At the
did
Troubadour
bring.
Club.
I did bring my onesie.
You didn't wear it though.
I did wear my onesie.
No, you didn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Really?
Can I, my lovely assistant Ash can? Could you pass me my phone, please?
Oh god.
No phones are usually allowed on this show, but we wanted to go back and take a little trip down memory lane. Down, in fact, a little literal lane up from our Voices studio to a place called Tileyard Studios, where about a decade ago or so, I was the first time I met Mark Hall. And so yes, in 2000, Mark released F Sharp in 2008, and I bought F Sharp. I think I downloaded F Sharp when it was on the 24th of December 2010. And the way I know that is because during my research for this interview, I found that logged in my iTunes historical purchases. And at the time, I wrote a review of this record. Again, not having met Mark.
Oh god.
Which I've got here. And so I thought I'd read a little bit snip from.
Better be good, Ben.
From this review. With F Sharp, Mark Hall demonstrates a truly unique creative spirit. He shows off his technical accomplishment as a singer in particular, his eccentricity, his disregard of convention, and unapologetic apathy towards conformity. It is that rarest of things, an LP not just containing a piece, but brazenly holding aloft a chunk of its creator's soul for all to see. Captivating, confounding, and at times comic, F Sharp is an astonishingly profound opus. Production quality is irrefutably excellent, unmistakably professional arrangements providing a perfectly sublime complement to the centerpiece and main attraction that is Hall's lyricism. The wit, wisdom, and sheer sense of intelligence his words convey would be impressive for a songwriter of any age. Coming from a 22/23-year-old, one can't help but be dazzled by the brightness of the talent on display. The emotional range displayed furthers the sense of an artist experienced well beyond his years. Not quite an old soul, but certainly deeply sensitive and perceptive. Standout track Womb Me Better opens with mellow, introspective tones before building towards an explosion of boisterous energy, and its complex structure is comparable to Happiness is a Warm Gun or Bohemian Rhapsody, taking the listener on a frenetic journey from vulnerability transforming into supreme confidence. So gosh, how much I got wrong.
I am taken aback. I am taken aback. Wow.
And that, to clarify, that is years before we met. Gosh.
I think actually when we did meet at Tileyard,
this is great. One of the best stories.
I think I did actually put you in my phone as Ben Superfan.
I think so. The way this story goes is Tileyard Studios in King's Cross, where I used to work out from, and shout out to Tileyard, and shout out particularly to Notting Hill Music, a publishing company based from Tileyard, who used to, I don't know if they still do this anymore post-pandemic, but used to have a monthly networking meeting, so a networking night on the last Thursday of every month, going back almost a decade now. And on one of these nights, this chap comes up to me and he asked me to borrow a lighter, I think.
Yeah.
So I give it to him, and I spot that he has a tattoo just above his ear.
No, it's just here.
It's just below his ear. Sorry.
Yeah.
So if you get that for the camera, it says F Sharp, and I said, "You're not Mark Hall by any chance, are you?"
I was like, "Yeah."
And so that was a rather chance meeting.
That was actually the first time that anyone had just sort of like said, "Are you Mark Hall?"
Well, you had said to me, "Hi, I'm Mark," but then I saw the
right. Yeah. That was the first time ever. And now we're still friends to this day.
I mean, just about. Yeah. I think I could have murdered you at certain points. But then obviously, yeah. So we did for a couple of years there. We were working together in the studio as well, and we were making some music as well. So we've actually got sort of something that we did together to play.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring down Mad Dog Days, which is the song that we did together.
Which we haven't really ever released properly.
Nor have we listened to it for
quite
a very
a
long
while.
time. Yeah. So no, this will be interesting.
Let's give it a go.
It had to be done.
Yeah. Yep.
Call me insane, but I enjoy all this pleasure. A little bit painful, but it puts me to use. Maybe I'm dangerous enough to forget you, but can we keep on acting all casual? Even though a mad dog like me would have to have an annual ritual to hate it when you say go, go. 'Cause if the mad dog's taking control, we won't survive unless we're crazy. Oh, go, go. I wish I could, but my heart says no. I am your man, you my lady. We're out of our minds and quickly into each other, and taking our time so we endure the abuse. Nobody else can take me up and then under. I'm manically taken by your vague point of view. Oh, can we keep on acting all casual? Even though a mad dog like me would have to have an annual ritual to hate it when you say go, go. 'Cause if the mad dog's taking control, we won't survive unless we're crazy. Oh, go, go. I wish I could, but my heart says no. I am your man, you my lady. Tell me what I'm not to say. Shut me and disturb me late.
Okay, so we fade it out there.
Yeah, that's the bit where I kind of would like to sort of.
You kind of, what's the word? You kind of ad-libbed it a bit left from there for the.
Well, I think we'd run out of time to like just finish it, and then we never did. But I would really like it up until there.
Yeah, no, it's a great track. I think we were just saying. I was singing along and you weren't. I was saying, we're joined in our studio by Bo, the Alsatian, another glamorous assistant.
Stunning.
I think we were saying, I was sort of singing along and you were doing the drums. So you were doing the bits that I did, and then I was doing the bits that you did.
But yeah, that was during my sort of publishing, writing with pop songs.
Yeah, I wanted to
stage.
break onto that because I think there was a point. Certainly when I knew when you were working with me at Talyard, when you were you're saying to me, I want to make cool stuff, and you were very much trying to write for other people. You were trying to write stuff, trying to get published for other people to cut, and I think that was for me, just completely honestly, I think that was your when it seemed your music output seemed least like Mark to me.
Yeah, I mean, I was thrilled to be signed after being in music for so long and not really getting anywhere.
Yeah, this is because it's around this time you signed for Downtown, right?
That's right. Yeah, I was very, very happy to sign a publishing deal and just to announce, oh my God, somebody wants me, So it felt good to have that opportunity, and then as a result was introduced to absolutely insane people, where I travelled all around the world, to LA, to Morocco, to Miami, to New York, I literally to Sweden, went all around, wrote many pop songs, and yeah, sure, the writing in that area, when you're writing specifically for the pop market, it is like a whole different kind of kettle of fish. So, you do lose. You lose something, but you also gain. You gain a lot.
I think that's the other side of the coin, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, I mean, like you learn a lot about what sells. You learn that there are certain structures and certain lengths of songs that are just unanimously or keys even. Like there are certain keys that are just you should write in this key.
Yeah.
And so that is a good experience.
And speaking of selling, I'd just like to point out that because it is night, I would like to take this opportunity to shout out to our sponsor, Two Tribes Brewery, locally again in Tileyard in King's Cross. We're all cracking open a beer, including producer Toby as well. So thank you very much, and to Mark,
cheers.
taking that opportunity.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers to Two Tribes. Smooth and refreshing.
Dylan's gonna absolutely love that.
I literally said to my counsellor today that I was going to quit drinking today.
Tomorrow.
It's always tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow I'll quit drinking.
How are we doing for time, Toby? How far have we got?
I mean, you can take as much time as you want for it, really.
Fantastic.
We can edit it afterwards, obviously. So.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about. I think now what you're doing from now and further on. So you've sort of briefly mentioned a little bit about what the whole of Mark is. It's you mentioned a bit about the now and then, and I think just to go back to what I was saying, I think then for me when I knew you during that period was the least like the Mark Hole that I'd heard on F sharp the first time I listened to that record, the first 20 times, the first 100 times I listened to it because I listened to it over and over again, know all the words. I mean, that to me seemed like Mark at a team. And it feels like you went away from that for a while and when you're doing the publishing thing, but now you've come full circle almost. You could have come back to what really makes you you.
I hope so. I think the thing I've always admired about artists is just how they have an identity and they have a sound. They know who they are, and I've only just realised that I actually have ADD, even though
I could have told you that.
ADHD. I know. Literally, I was known as the guy at school. Like, oh yeah, you're Mark. You know Mark. Oh yeah, the guy with ADD. Right. Like literally, that is how people describe it, and I knew that, but I actually got misdiagnosed. I went for the diagnosis. I got tested, and they said I didn't have it. But that was obviously a long time ago.
Yeah, things have changed.
And things have changed. So my girlfriend told me to read a book called "Scattered Minds" by Gabor Mate, and literally, unusually, I couldn't stop reading it, and was very. I say read. I was listening to an audiobook of it because I can't read really because I haven't got the attention span. But I was like, oh my god, I've got ADD, and ever since then I've learnt about people. I've learnt about that I people please is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think being an artist and being a people pleaser is really, really not good. And that's what I've done till now, and I feel like now I'm actually unapologetic.
Well, I use that word, unapologetic. Yeah?
I'm unapologetically being myself now, and also calling the shots on the production and saying, because that the old sound, though I loved it, I don't know. I was working with other people, and I didn't really want to wear a top hat and be kind of like cabaret. I kind of felt it was quite a cabaret production.
I think a cabaret is exactly what I would call it, and that's kind of why I loved it. I mean, it's one of the things I really loved about it.
I love that I did it.
Yeah,
I love that I did it, and I don't know if that's that's not exactly what I want to do.
Hello, guest to the studio. Hello. There. How are you? Would you like to introduce yourself and say hello?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Lucia. I'm one of the producers at Voices.
And
What's the discussion been on so far?
This is Mark Hole, and we're talking about his career as an artist.
Earlier.
Yeah, you've just been to the gym.
Yes, I have.
Oh, fantastic! You look very, very good for someone who's just been to the gym. I've got to say. I mean, like if I look that good after.
I promise.
Right, I mean, you are making me want to go to the gym so I can look better. I guess that is the main reason why we go to the gym, to look better.
Well, it's because I keep getting put on posters with without my consent. I'm joking. It is with my consent.
So these nighttime sessions are definitely becoming a bit looser and less structured than my daytime interviews. Bye bye, Lucia.
Bye bye.
Okay, so back to what we were talking about. So yeah, the cabaret-ness of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thrilled to be recording my own music and to be working with such talented people. Matheson Bailey, Kevin Poiret, all the musicians that were on it were second to none, essentially, and they really, really made it what it was. So it was very much a collaboration, and I loved it. I'm so proud of it.
Yeah.
It's still available on my website, but we ended up recording 27 tracks as Mark Hole. And it's for the reason that it was so good. It was very good. That I wanted to pick like the absolute sort of knockout tracks.
Yeah, you recorded 27 tracks for F Sharp.
There were 27, and I managed to whittle it down to 9.
Did you orchestrate and record all of them?
Sorry,
you orchestrated and recorded all of them.
Oh no, Matheson Bailey. Well, I mean, I wrote the song and I arranged the song.
Sorry, yes, I beg your pardon. I mean, Matheson Bailey did.
Matheson Bailey is the guy who...
Yeah. But
who
I mean, when I say you, I meant the collective you. So did Matheson Bailey...
Matheson Bailey is a genius who just basically can play every single instrument there is. And even if it's an instrument from, some sort of very kind of... specific tribe in wherever, he can very quickly sort of learn how to master it, and he can speak 14 different languages.
Wow, proper polymath. Yeah,
he's written a trilogy book on music theory, a trilogy book on philosophy. He's one of them. CUN something. I don't know. I'm very jealous of this guy, and I love him very much.
Your birthday party. It's his birthday, isn't it?
Well, no. Kevin Poiret.
Yeah.
His birthday is on the 11th of February.
So he's celebrating your...
and that's why I have booked my release of My Friend, the second single, to on his birthday, because many years ago we recorded My Friend together.
And tell us all what My Friend is really about. What it means to you.
My Friend is a song about friendship, and the story is about two burglars who are friends, and they sort of have formed this bond, are ransacking places, and then they get in a spot of trouble.
Yeah,
and when all is said and done, and one of them kind of essentially is absolutely screwed. He's trapped his foot. And he is going to be caught. And the other gentleman, says, well, look, I'm not going to leave you here to get caught on your own. I'm going to be stupid and stay with you because it's more important to me that you know that I didn't leave you because you're my friend. That's what it's about.
It's lovely. It's lovely. Brings a tear to one's eye.
Oh, well.
I think that's we should wrap up by playing My Friend.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Again, I would like to just sort of emphasise that. So this is the new version, rather than. So this was a track on F Sharp, and this is the now.
And it is the then version is also being released.
Yeah.
But this is the now version.
Yeah.
And the then version's like a musical, and this one's a bit more soulful.
Well, Mr. Mark Hole, Mr. Keyhole, Mark fell in the hole, and currently the whole of Mark. I'm sure that this is the not the last time that we will see you on Voices Radio. So so just a TTFN, I think. Ta-ta for now. But thank you very much for coming in today, and we're going to play out with your new version of My Friend. Watch out for this being released on the 11th of Feb through what channels?
On YouTube, on Spotify, on Instagram, on a few others, I think, as well.
And what are your social media tags?
So everything is the whole of Mark.
Whole of Mark.
So Theholeofmark.com. And just Google it. The whole of Mark, all one word. And you will find me.
Well, make sure you check those out. And also, if you haven't, please like and subscribe to the Voices UK YouTube channel. And this has been the first episode of the newly branded Visionary Voices series. We'll be back with you very, very shortly. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests booked for the upcoming months. This next and final track is "Show Your Heart."
No, it's My Friend.
Sorry, this is my Friend by Mark Cole, part of the of his new project, The Whole of Mark. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ben.
We're gonna sort of restart that. Technical problem. Okay.
You are, you're my friend. You are, you're my friend. You are, you're my friend. My friend, oh, you're in the pictures I am in. Let's say in words what it really means, 'cause we embrace your smiling, we're arm in arm with a big fat Cheshire grin. I walked into a dark room. Will you come with me? Will you come with me? He's my friend, of course he will. He'll bring the bat with intentions to kill. I don't know a better man, like I don't doubt that the money's in the till. Oh, I walked into a dark room. I was not alone. He was not alone. We light the fires of everything. We've got the balls and we've got the cock. We are the lads of the scallywags, born to be really bad forever. 'Cause you're my friend. Why you are, you're my friend. You are, you're my friend. You are, you're my friend. My friend. Suddenly, alarm bells ring. Panicking, start running to the door, waiting for us, the Copper King. Put the bat to use and knock him to the floor. They started wrestling. My friend goes for the crown. Crashing through a window, I say, yeah, knock him down. Copper stops the movement. Oh know I think is dead. I really start to panic when the blood pours from his head. Suddenly I'm outside. How the hell did I end up here? Oh, yeah. I could have walked away, but he hadn't got away, so I went back on in. He had trapped his foot. He had trapped his foot. What an idiot. You are, you're my friend. You are, you're my friend. You are, you're my friend, my friend. Oh, you're in the pictures I am in. Let's say in words what it really means. 'Cause we embrace, smiling, we're arm in arm with a big fat Cheshire grin. I will stay with you. Yes, I will stay with you. Oh yes, I will stay with you till the end of time. Till the end of time. We light the fires of everything. We've got the balls and we've got the card. We are the lads of the scallywags, born to be really bad forever. You're my friend. You are, you're my friend. You are, you're my friend, my friend, my friend. Coppers start coming in, giving out their hell. They chuck us in a car, then they chuck us in a cell. Now comes the court case, our fates are looking bleak. Life in a prison, the judge wants me to speak. Why did you do it, son? You could've got away. Why do the stupid thing and stay? Well, sir, it's simple, really. What matters most, my friend? What matters most, my friend? Exactly. What matters most is my friend. Because you are my friend.